What's going on, everybody? We're back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse. And we made Platinum yesterday. The videos made it look like we weren't going to get there for sure. Did quite a bit of losing, back down to almost the bottom of Gold 3 again. But when I was no longer able to record yesterday, I kicked on the stream, played some music, and we played the Turbo Fog deck to for quite a while, so go check out the VODs if you're interested in seeing that. This is the final build we ended up with. 3 pauses, 2 settles. Fairly stock. This deck is only going to get better when the new dual lands come out. That's one of the only ways that we were losing. Were hands where we just had like all Hinterland Harbors, Sunpetal Groves, and Glacial Fortresses, and we ended up being a turn and a half behind our opponent. And who knows, like what good new Azorius type card might come in here that could replace something like Radical Idea. But all this is to say is that this deck is broken. We went 22 and 11 with it, so that's like exactly a 66% win rate. At one point, our win rate was over 70, and then I had a couple when I was playing it in Platinum. We kind of were just going like win one, lose one, so that averaged the win rate down a bit. But yeah, this deck is absolutely insane for climbing out of gold. The only decks we had trouble with were occasionally red deck. When the games would go really long and they would get a frenzy going, it takes us a while to win. And with frenzy, they have a really good shot at just like over the 10 turns it takes you to get find your Teferi or find a search and get things going. Like they will eventually beat you. You only have so many wraths and fogs, and the fogs don't protect you from the burn. That's what really gets you. And then some of the bigger versions of green black that were playing, like Eldest Reborn, 3 different planeswalkers, that type of thing. Those decks were kind of hard, though I don't think we only played against those once or twice in the 30 plus games. Like they're not very common. I don't think they're very good against the metagame. But we were crushing Phoenix decks and Drake decks, and we were crushing white based aggro decks, and we were crushing the regular builds of green black. So that's where we're at. And again, like I said, if you want to see some gameplay from that yesterday beyond what I posted in the video, I would suggest going to twitch.tv/sloppystack, and I'll put the link below, of course. You can check out the VODs. Hopefully you enjoy the music. And if you're already a sub and you feel like you want to support this project more, you can follow that channel. I'm only like 12 or so followers away from actually becoming an affiliate on Twitch. I have all the other stuff, all the other criteria met so far. So the one thing I just need is followers. So I would appreciate it if you went and did that. And this is the deck that I've been playing now that I've hit Platinum. Ooh, well, this one I guess we have to keep. But I decided I wanted to play something a little more proactive. And something that might have a decent matchup against red. Because once we hit Plat, we noticed like a huge uptick in red decks. I don't think this Legion landing token is going to be that important this turn. I'd rather go get the green source. Set us up. So go Thorn Lieutenant History. And then we can play the Legion's Landing later to flip it. This might be wrong, because maybe we are going to need this in Sentinel life gain, but I think as long as they don't have Obsession, we're going to be okay. Oh, there we go. Asked and not received. Oh, that was a nice little graphical hiccup there. So I think we have to assume that we're getting like countered here. But they're probably just holding that counter for the rest of the game, because they have what they need to win. So let's just play the history and see if it gets Wizards retorted. Yep. Oh, this is not going to be good. This is the one thing that we needed them not to have with the start. Only because it enables them to keep finding more retorts. Like, we can win the race if our spells resolve, but it seems unlikely that's going to happen now. I almost wonder if... No, I think... I was debating not attacking and just doing a march for 1, but only because if that resolves and Tristani resolves, then I get to attack for 4 lifelink next turn. I think we're just playing the Tristani and seeing what happens. So if we can get this 2 lifelink going, then we can start kind of winning the race. Yeah. That Wizard's Retort got us really bad. 2, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess it's worth seeing if they have the counter spell. Looks like they do. They don't? Okay, wow. Oh, Merfolk Trickster probably then. No? Well, we'll see. Yep, Merfolk Trickster. So they can remove the lifelink, and then we lose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wow, they did that. Well, they may play this in such a way that we can get out of it. This depends on where they're going to put this Warkite Marauder trigger. Interesting. Alright. Well, they found what they needed. Even getting 4 here is not enough. On the draw, I can see that matchup being really hard. On the play, when you can kind of get ahead of their Witch's Retort, probably you're really favored on the play. And then they're going to constantly be under the decision of, like, do they add to the board and try to keep up with the race, or do they hold a counter spell to try to keep you from adding to the board? And we were just backwards on the exchange there. All right, as long as, I mean, even if we get a little flooded, this hand is okay because of the march. And of course, if we draw any 2 or 3 drops, this will be great. Oh, it looks like we're playing against Fog. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is almost an auto loss for us, considering we don't play the 3-drop Lord. That's like the only way I ever lost to a white deck was if they had like a double Lord draw. Maybe we can catch them with this with tribunals. Yep. This is a little taste of our own medicine. So this deck absolutely cannot beat this. Actually, probably the best thing to do is just like tribunal away their gift here. Take them off white. Oh, they're on a different build. Okay. Maybe they're not fogging. Oh, they must be. Alright, so this draw ended up not working out for us, unfortunately. We just drew more land. So even though we slowed them down, we don't have the don't really have the tools to put the pressure on them. That's unfortunate. And they just like have no fear of another tribunal. Yeah, we drew another land. I almost like don't know if it's worth attacking here. So if they're running a build like we did, even if they made some different choices, we know that they're probably not playing any counter spells. So I'm not going to play around that, but at this point we have to worry about... Oh, yeah, they're playing a very different build. We have to worry about Settle the Wreckage. Oh, we don't have to worry about Settle the Wreckage, okay. Oh, another land. Alright, I'm just going to scoop this one. I mean, we drew only land this entire game. And we're just so far behind. If we had a... I don't know. We're playing only 21 lands. So I kind of feel like if we keep 4, hopefully we're going to draw non-lands. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. We'll have to get a read on what the metagame looks like today, too. Because green was, like, pretty good. We played this deck up to, like, 4 clicks into Plat 4, beating a lot of red decks. But if people are switching over to that, like, this is a very similar hand, but at least we have Tristani. What is withdrawing all these land? At least this ensures that we're getting our Tristani down. So we have history into Conclave, into Tristani, which should be pretty good. Gutter Snipe. How much damage are we worried about that doing to us? Not enough that we were going to forego playing the history, I guess. And next turn we can Tribunal this. Whoa. Okay, I respect this. Alright, well, we have a big push next turn. Though they're likely to have like a lot of shock and stuff type effects, so they could just take off all these tokens. Hopefully we can flip Legion's Landing and play Tristani. Okay. Alright, so we get a nice attack this turn. A lot of the damage gets blocked. But they have to lose their electrostatic fields if they want to block that damage. And we gain 2 life against their burn deck. And yeah, I don't think we want to flourish because we can flower. Or sorry, I don't think we want to flower because we can actually flourish next turn. Jam them for a bunch. This is interesting though. Quasi-duplicate with electrostatic field and gutter snipes. Along with, I'm sure, other burn. Yeah. So do we just Flourish here? The worst they can do is take out one token. Yeah, I think we do. Interesting deck, though. I'm sure their draw was a little awkward. Or maybe this is just not what they're trying to beat. We also broke 100k gold yesterday, which is sick. So it's like 40 boosters to a box, right? So we're opening 2.5 boxes. We'll probably get at least to 120k before the set comes out, if not more than that. All right, this is good. So we can lead with landing, go find another white source, play history. And then we're either going to draw lands, in which case we can play Tristani, or we're going to draw spells, which in case 3 mana is enough to play them all. So cool. Tristani number 3. Tristani's not awful in multiples. They do draw removal. Alright, so at least we get to go history into history here. Stacking histories might be enough pressure, depending on what they do. We're kind of hoping they don't leave up counterspell mana here. Yeah. Stack some histories. Tempest Gen's a really good blocker for them, though. Wow. Okay. That's the tempo exchange that probably puts us from we can maybe win this game to, oh, I think we're probably not going to win this game now. Yeah, we're 1 short. We have 2 turns of good attacks coming up. Exclusion Mage is pretty interesting considering how creature-oriented and token-oriented the format is right now. This card can be really good. Alright. So we did not get the lands that we were kind of planning on getting. Or they make a block. Even if this gets countered, I still get the token off Amara here, because we are tapping it. We do have a pretty scary attack next turn. This is going to be 12 right here, plus some life gain. But we're probably dead, right? Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. We go up to 6. if they have a island, actually no, they have exactly 6 right here. I guess we just bluff a spell of some sort and see if they don't attack for 6. Alright, they did attack for 6. Well, bad video going 0-3, but at least we got to talk about how we got up to plat. A little bit, actually no, we won one of them, so we went like 1-3. A little bit unlucky, a little bit bad matchups, but I mean, the one thing I've learned grinding through gold, which took, I would probably have to guess, if we looked at the logs, it probably took around 150 games or something to get through gold, is that you just can't, like, if you feel good about a deck, if you've had good runs with it, or you just feel like it should be well positioned, like, you can't just let three games in a row get you down. Like, we had that with red deck where we would lose 3 in a row, but then we would like win 7 in a row. So I mean, at a certain point, you do have to look and see, like, has the metagame changed? But I don't feel like the matchups we played... maybe it's a little weird that we played against Mono Blue twice, and I don't think I've played against Mono Blue more than twice in the entire run through Gold. But so maybe that means something, or maybe we just played the same person twice. I'd have to look. But all that's to say is, you know, you kind of have to stick with a deck and put in the reps to really see if it can win. And we haven't done that yet with this. So yeah, we're 21 minutes in. I want to thank everyone again for watching, and hopefully you've been coming to check out the streams, and if you haven't made them live, hopefully you'll go check out the VODs and think about following the channel, so that way you'll become aware when we are going live. We've been streaming at least for a couple hours almost every day, just with music and gameplay, you know, just to create some more content for you all. So I hope you've been enjoying that. And if you haven't liked, subscribed, and commented here, please do so. We're trying to push to 500 subs. It's going really slow, but we are making progress. And I think at 500, I'll try to do some, like, get a camera and you know, figure out some more fun things we can do with the YouTube channel. But that's enough for this one. Thanks again, all, and we'll be back again soon with another video.